What's up guys, it's Little Honey Schmack. I just wanted to make a quick video just to kind of like talk about the upcoming Phase 2 anniversary banner, because we're getting a very niche character in Ciaconna where her main purpose is to buff the arrow erosion team. And a lot of people are thinking about skipping her, a lot of people are thinking about pulling on rerun, but there are still some people that do want to pull for something. There are still new players that don't have a lot of characters. So I'm just going to rank the Phase 2 anniversary banner units, and I'm going to let you guys know which units are really good to just have. So, let me fix the order of that. It doesn't even matter, I was going to move anyway. But, so yeah, let's just, honestly, this should be a fast video, so we should just get started. Starting off with Jiny. Jiny, honestly an S tier pick, I'm not gonna lie. What Jiny has over Jiny, in my opinion, is that in this state of the game, she has so many more options. Jiny is a very easy character to play. It is so easy. Her playstyle is basically, you do your basic attack, you get your enhanced skill, which lets you transform and go into, I believe it's called incarnation mode. And you get like a little floaty, you get ranged attacks, it's cool, it's cool. And then once you finish another basic chain, you get your empowered skill, which does a shit ton of damage. The damage on this is ridiculous, it's genuinely ridiculous. This is a 1.1 character, by the way. This character is a little less than a year old. Also, this character is pretty easy to build. You just kind of need crit rate, crit damage, and skill damage. Her ultimate, while it is powerful, and I do recommend you getting energy regen if you can, it is not really a requirement. You only really need like 3 main stats. Maybe some bonus attack would be cool, but yeah, I mean, it's a fairly easy character to play. You get very good returns on her, and she has some of the most variety in her teams. So she heavily relies on characters that do coordinated attacks. But the thing is, even though that might sound daunting and annoying at first, there are so many options. Verena does coordinated attacks, Yanmu does coordinated attacks, Yinlin does coordinated attacks, Judge does coordinated attacks, Cantarella does coordinated attacks. Despite the fact that she has the need for this kind of limited mechanic, there's so many characters that are able to do that job for her, and they all do it pretty well. She is consistently hitting for like 200k per skill. It's kind of nuts. And due to the fact that she is a skill based character, or she's a skill damage based character, the amount of damage she can output it's very consistent and it's very bursty, as opposed to maybe a character that needs to rely on, let's say, their whole kit for the damage, or focuses on their resonance liberation for damage. So Jiny just is a great character to pull, especially if you don't want to deal with the limitations of needing Spectral Frazzle and needing a Spectral Frazzle applicator. Jiny is just a great character to have. Carla, also S tier character. This character can honestly break the game. I'm not even kidding. She has an ultimate that hits like a truck, that also hits up to 6 times the initial hit. Oh, so sorry. The initial hit. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots, and then the final shot, the 5th shot, that just completely decimates, honestly, anything in your way. The 5th shot, by the way, the 1st and 5th shot have a decent amount of AoE to it. Her Forte Circuit also does incredible damage and also increases the damage of her Resonance Liberation. Her skill can freeze enemies, literally stop any enemy on the second you press the button, they are frozen. Also has incredible mobility. Also another character that uses skill damage, so again, pretty bursty, and also has consistent damage throughout the throughout her rotation. Also, a quick thing to note, her Forte Circuit can reduce the cooldown of her skill. And why is that important? Well, her Forte Circuit also has its own specific cooldown. When you have that red crystal in the middle, that's when you have your fully powered up Forte Circuit. However, you can continue to do your Forte Circuit even when that red crystal isn't lit up. You don't get the full damage, you don't get the full animation, but you do get the reduced cooldown on your skill. So her rotation can honestly be pretty damaging even without her ultimate. She is also she has her best in slot character in Jeja, who is available in the last patch. So if you pull Jeja, you should really look into pulling Carlotta. Carlotta is an amazing character who decimates every form of the game. TOA, she's great. She's borderline busted in TOA. WuWa, she performed surprisingly well while taking a little bit of adjustment and like a little bit of finagling with timing and like mob placement, and she's an incredibly powerful character who is easy to pilot. You cannot fuck this character up. So again, very high S tier pick. She is incredible. If you're looking for a character that's easy to play, does damage, and can honestly destroy fucking any mode, Carlotta's your girl. Then, my bias is S, but I'm gonna put her in A+. The reason I put her in A+ is because she's a character that gets stronger over time. What do I mean by that? The better that you get, the more that you play the game, the stronger this character is going to be. This character is one of the most flexible characters in the entire game. Literally, you could slap her on a team with any character and she will excel. She does great with Carlotta. She does great with Jiny. She does great with where is he? She does great with Chang Lee. She does great with Yinlin. She does great with Calcharo, or she does great with Encore and Chisha and Tauchi and Yang Yang. She is such a good character on so many different teams. She's best in slot with one of the other characters, which we'll get into in a bit. Hold on, this is not release order. I mean, this was still not release order, but this character is so powerful off of several things actually. For one, she is a quick swap fucking demon. So what do I mean by she can abuse quick swapping? Well, characters in this game with certain animations, you could swap off of them and the character will still perform the attack as well as do the damage. Chang Lee has so many of these, and her basic gameplay loop really takes advantage of this quick swapping mechanic. Because what she does, every basic attack chain, at the end of every basic attack chain, or every time she does a skill, which she has 2 charges of by the way, she ends it with a true sight slash. And all you gotta do, you just press the mouse 1 button. This is all you gotta do. You just press the mouse 1 button, and she is fucking, she dashes forward with crazy tracking. This covers a lot of distance. I'm not kidding. And she does a decent burst of damage while also granting her a stack of enflamement. Her forte circuit holds up to 4 stacks of enflamement. And once you have 4, you get to release a huge burst of damage. On top of that, when she does her ultimate, which is another nuke of damage on its own, she fills up that forte gauge fully, again, allowing you to do another burst of damage. And by the way, you can quick swap out of those forte attacks. So you are going to see a lot of players, they're going to do their basic chain, and they have 2 options. They can either not use the true sight slash, switch to another character, do something. Let's say they're trying to fill concerto gauge, right? They could swap back to Chang Lee, who will still have that true sight slash, and then go forward. Or they can do the true sight slash, and right as they press the button, they swap off. So Chang Lee does the attack, gets the stack, while you are doing damage on another character. And then when she does her burst of damage, you just swap off, you let Chang Lee do that big burst, and then you continue doing damage at the same time. Chang Lee allows so many... Chang Lee is the speedrunner's dream character. There are so many characters that could take advantage of Chang Lee's on-field and off-field presence. She is incredible. She completely decimates the overworld. You will be ripping apart so many enemies. Her AoE burst covers a wide area and is honestly, she is one of the premier characters in WuWa. And even in TOA, she is putting out great numbers. This character is nuts. And even though she doesn't have the perfect best in slot character for her outro skill just yet, she does great with characters like Encore, Chisha, or other characters that either rely on resonance liberation damage or also are quick swap savvy. Her team with Chang Lee was one of the most powerful teams in the game that a lot of people like to play. Her team with Carla is a very skill expressive team that people have fun using and is very effective. So not only that, but her weapon, Blazing Brilliance, is such a universally powerful weapon that so many characters can take advantage of. So many sword users want to use this weapon because it not only does it provide a huge amount of critical damage, but it provides an almost on-demand attack buff that any character can use. So I cannot sing my praises enough about Chang Lee. Chang Lee is such a good character. And honestly, she is probably the character that has the most universal application and longevity on this banner. Or, yeah, on this banner, honestly. So, yeah, that's Chang Lee. The next character is a little bit of an unfortunate example, because I think she's super fun. And she is still a great character. But Rachia goes to A, which obviously is not bad, right? It's not like let's be real here. Comparatively, this is not bad, but she is gonna be at the bottom of the tier because let's get the good out of the way first. She has incredible crowd control. She is such a good unit in WuWa. She is gathering and pulling so many enemies together. It's kind of fucking insane. 2. Her damage output as a sub DPS is also very consistent and very strong. Her rotation is also very simple and really consistent. Her rotation basically consists of you come in with the intro skill, you do the attack, you get 2 stacks off the bat. You press your E, you have full stacks on your forte gauge, and you do 1, 2, 3, slam. Then you hold the mouse 1 button, you charge up until your two bars are full. You go and attack, you get your 3rd, and you slam 3 times again. And then you do your ultimate, and this character is done. She has done 2 full rotations of her abilities on top of an ultimate in probably 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It's kind of nuts. This character is very strong. And she is the premier buffer for characters like Camellia and Cantarella. She is also just a decent buffer for Havoc units in general, so if you want, you could also use them with Havoc Rover. She also has a unique passive where up to a maximum of 70% crit rate, she is providing 200 flat attack to the entire team. While that is still a hefty amount of flat attack to just give the entire team, so don't sleep on her. Even though she has specific buffs, she is also a buffer for almost any character in the game. The problem lies in her outro skill. Her being the premier basic attack buffer is good, but the problem is that there's a character that exists, and her name is Sanhua. This character is so fucking ridiculous. This character has probably a rotation time of at most 5 seconds. I'm so deadass. And I'm saying 5 seconds including the animations. When I tell you most of the animations, or most of her rotation is just watching her animations, I'm not kidding. This character is so fucking fast while also amplifying basic attack by a 38%. That's a huge number. 38% is insane. The thing is, Rachia, while also providing more buffs technically, her rotation speed is a lot slower. She does get damage, but her rotation speed is significantly slower. This character has to literally, basically, is non-existent on the field, which lets you do more damage with characters like Camellia, which means more rotations, which means more damage, which means you are going to finish whatever timed event pretty effectively, especially for characters like Camellia that are super greedy for on-field time. This combo is ridiculous, and while this combo is also very strong, you also have to realize that this character costs money. This character, you get a copy for free. This character is practically free. Most people have S6 Sanhwa by the end of what, maybe like 3 pulling sessions on these banners. And at S6, Sanhwa is also providing a 20% attack buff to the entire team. It's kind of hard to justify pulling Rachia, especially in this manner, where both of her best in slots, being Camellia and Cantarella, have already passed, and they're not on these banners. And yeah, you could still use her with Havoc Rover, but there are definitely better characters, such as these 3, that kind of, you kind of... it's really hard to justify telling a new player to get this character. And even then, even if you want to talk about her crowd control abilities, the problem is in this specific banner, every character here excels in WuWa. Every character here. While she is incredible in WuWa, she's probably the best WuWa character. These characters are able to do WuWa while providing a lot more. So that's why, in my opinion, Rachia kind of goes in A. And if you guys want me to be completely honest, in terms of pulling, I'd put her in B. This is based on like how effective the character is. If I'm gonna rank it based on like, oh, straight up, like, should you pull? She should be very low priority in terms of pulling. Now, the final character, I'm putting above Chang Lee. Why? For several reasons. So, let me get this negative out the way, because this is like the only negative he has. He needs his signature weapon. He needs it really badly. Why? He's a character that relies on energy regen. His passive is centered around energy regen, and his best in slot Echo set is also surrounded by energy regen. You need, for the Echo set, 250 ER to get the full passive benefits. And then, for his actual inherent passive, you need to have 280 ER. I don't know if that's possible without his weapon, because his weapon gives him 77% ER. And on top of that, his weapon is also giving him crit rate through the passive. So, Brandt is a really greedy character in the sense that you kind of need to pull his weapon if you want to have stat lines that fully use him to his max potential. And that could really turn off a lot of players, because his weapon especially is kind of only useful for him. There aren't a lot of characters in the game that utilize that 77% energy regen or even utilize his passive like that. So you're sinking a lot of resources into Brandt. Now, here's the thing. The trade-off, what you get in return, especially for a new player, is fucking insane. This character is a healer, is a shielder, is a sub DPS, is a main DPS, has insane mobility, has incredible burst damage, has fucking insane survivability, is a best in slot character for Chang Lee. When I tell you this character is the definition of a jack of all trades, when I mean jack of all trades, I mean, yes, he's good at everything, but he excels at everything. This character is doing nukes comparable to that of Jiny. I would honestly put him in S if it wasn't for his egregious requirements to build him. But for a new player, the healing is insane, because you're getting healed 4 times throughout his Forte circuit. You get healed in 4 increments. Every 25% of your Forte gauge that gets filled, you are getting healing for the entire team. Then, with his insane mobility and the fact that he's a very fast attacker, so 1, you are rarely getting hit, and 2, if there's a parry, you are going to parry. You just keep holding the button and you will definitely parry. And 3, his nuking potential. When I tell you this character is doing 200k damage easy on his skill. On his skill alone, he is doing 200,000 damage as a sub DPS healer shielder. I mean, I genuinely, when people were talking about power creep for Jiny, I'm surprised people didn't talk about this character. I feel like this is the power creep character. When you look at characters like Baiji, or look at characters like Jian Shin, actually, yeah, let's look at characters like Jian Shin, who also heals and shields. You're really gonna tell me that these two characters are comparable? At all? At all. Character's fucking nuts. The character is so nuts. And the fact that he is a best in slot for Chang Lee is so fucking powerful. Him giving fusion damage and skill damage to Chang Lee just amplifies her value even more. And if you don't want to use her with Chang Lee, guess what? You could use Brandt as a main DPS with, guess again, Sanhua, because he scales with basic attack. This character is insane. He is definitely hard to build, and he is definitely greedy for resources. But once you have that, I'm telling you, this character will set you for life. You will never have any trouble with the game. This character is that insane. This character can trivialize holograms. This character can nuke through TOAs. This character is a fucking monster in WuWa. Look at this footage. Look at this footage of fucking Brandt just annihilating. Listen to it. I need you to listen to this footage of him annihilating WuWa.
Climax of the show.
This character is nuts. This character is nuts. I'm so serious. So yeah. That is my general take on the Phase 2 banners. If you are pulling for characters, and if you are looking for combos, I would highly recommend any combination of Chang Lee. And I would probably go for either Carla or Brandt. I could see people arguing going for, in my opinion, I think Chang Lee, while Chang Lee is best in slot with Brandt, if you want characters that are universally powerful and also have good value for your entire account, what I mean by that is that if you get their signatures, you could use them on other characters. Chang Lee and Carla are some of the best for that. With Carlotta's weapon having a massive 72% crit damage, and Chang Lee also having an insane amount of crit damage, these characters are insane. You could use them together, you could use them in separate teams, and the fact that they're different elements mean that you have more variety in damage, and it's really important to have that. But if you have, let's say you picked up another character in Phase 1, let's say you picked up a Shang Liao, or let's say you picked up a Jian, or even if you picked up Phoebe and Jiny, and you are looking to pick up any characters on this phase of the banner, you go Brandt and Chang Lee. These characters are decimate. Jiny is good. Jiny is still very solid, but in relation to like characters that work cohesively in this banner and also provide immense value, I'm not going to include Jiny because we also just had a lot of spectral units with Phoebe and Jiny. So you could honestly argue maybe that bumps her down to A+, but I do think Jiny has pretty high intrinsic value as well. But yeah, TLDR, pull Carla, Chang Lee. If you have other elemental DPSs, pull Chang Lee, Brandt, or even Carla, Brandt. These characters are fucking insane. These characters are ridiculous. They're so strong. So yeah, I hope this helps someone. I hope this helps a new player that's looking for a new character to play, and maybe they're just not interested in... Oh, another thing. Yeah, Lupa. Yeah, Lupa has a high chance of working with these two. She has a very high chance of working with these two. Take that with a grain of salt until we see official confirmation. But yeah, you'll be pretty fucking set with these two. Now that being said, again, if you like any of these characters, they're all S. It doesn't really matter, man. If you like Rachia, pull Rachia. She will still clear the end game for you. It's all a matter of what you want and what you need. Okay? So, yeah, I hope this episode, I hope this video helps someone. I hope you guys are enjoying WuWa, all the new players. I hope you guys are enjoying your time at the game. And yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and comment down below, and also hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because I do upload pretty often, and I'm doing a variety of WuWa content. I'm going to be doing guides. I'm going to be doing little discussion videos. I'm going to be doing gameplay videos. I'm going to do challenges. I'm going to do fucking, I don't know, you guys want a meme review? We can do a meme review. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, make sure to follow me on my socials down below. I do stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I also do have Twitter, and I have a Discord. So if you have any questions, you could definitely reach me in the Discord down below. I'm pretty active. I'm pretty responsive. Everyone's pretty cool. Everyone's pretty cool so far. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.